Hello everyone and welcome back to How To with Swedish Bella. And today we are not going to be making a Swedish dish. Today we're going to be making a Polish dish. I grew up in Sweden, but I was born in Poland, so my parents are Polish. And these pierogis was one of my favorite treats. It's a sweet pierogi and they contain farmer's cheese, cinnamon, and sugar. I'm super excited to be making these for you today. Stay tuned and let's make some pierogis. We are starting up with the dough for the pierogis. And I've prepared everything already. We're going to start with 3 cups of flour. And then we have about a tablespoon of salt, 1/4 of a cup of water, warm water, 1 egg. So all of that goes in here. And this is going to be mixed up in this amazing machine I have. So we're just gonna turn this into a dough. I would be using my hands, but I don't like that because I can't get the dough off my hands afterwards. And now we're just gonna turn this into dough. It's going to take a little bit. Bear with me, stay tuned, and let's make some dough. Here's my dough, and sometimes it gets not firm enough. I just add a little bit more flour to it and knead it out. You need to have it pretty firm if you're going to make pierogis because it's just gonna get stuck to everything. This definitely needs, as you can see, more flour. I'm gonna put that in. I just wanted to show you guys that if your dough is still like this, just add some flour to it until when you touch it, it doesn't stick to your hands. My dough is almost ready. It's pretty firm. You don't want it too firm because it's gonna be very, very chewy, kind of like a bubble gum type of thing. You do want it firm enough to not stick to everything, but you don't want it firm enough so you won't be able to chew it. It shouldn't be sticking to your hands anymore. And when it doesn't stick to your hands, that means the dough is ready. And now we're going to be doing the filling or the stuffing for my pierogis. Stay with me. Now it's time for the filling for our pierogis. We have our dough here, it's resting. And this is Polish farmer's cheese. And it's basically made out of buttermilk and milk. And you can do it at home. You just have to strain the milk and stuff, but it takes about 72 hours to make it home. So I just bought it online at a Polish store online, which is amazing. I'm putting 230 grams of this. It's a whole package basically. Into that goes 2 egg yolks, sugar, and sugar is like, it depends on how sweet you want it. And we have cinnamon, and that's also depending on how much cinnamon you like. And we're just gonna mix this up. Oh, this smell reminds me of when I was at my grandma's house. She passed away, miss her. Oh, fond memories. This cheese is very, very sour, by the way, so you might need to put a lot of sugar in there, depending on how sweet you like it, but I don't like it too sweet. I'm not a sweet tooth person. That would be enough for me, I think. Yeah, no, it's perfect. So this is how it looks. And now we're going to be making the pierogi with my little pierogi maker. What I'm doing now is just putting the dough through a pasta maker. And I'm using the end that you use for lasagna. You can do this by hand, but it's gonna take you way longer. I have it on 1 to start with, and I'm just putting it through here. And as you can see, the sheets come out. There we go. And you might need to put some flour on this so it doesn't stuck when you put it through. But that's basically what you do over and over again until, turn this off, until they look like this. They're pretty thin. Don't make the dough too thin because when you cook the pierogis, it might burst and all the filling will come out. You don't want that happening. So now we're just gonna make the rest of the dough into sheets and we're gonna start making our pierogis. I have a little pierogi maker here and I'm gonna show you how to use it. So you just put it on your dough, go like this, get these little round things. Those pierogis are gonna be pretty big. For one more, yeah, it's a tight squeeze, but here we have the cutouts for the pierogis and praying that these will separate. My mom used to do all of this by hand, and my grandma too. She used to cut these out with a glass. It's easier and prettier if they're all equally sized. So we have some leftover dough, a little bit tricky, but we'll get it done. There we go. And off the dough came. There we have our cutouts for our pierogis. And what you do, you take one of the cutouts like this. You put, I've got water. Bear with me. And the water is to seal the edges. When you put it together, the edges will be sealed so it doesn't come out. And you take a scoop of this, you put it on one side of the pierogi, looks like this. Then you dip your little finger, put it around the rim of the pierogi, and you basically just close it like this. It looks like somebody's dentures. Oh God, that's funny. And here we have one ready pierogi. And I usually just, for the pretty of it, do this. Stay tuned so you will see how I serve these up. So what I've done now is I have put my water on just to get that boiling with a pinch of salt. We're just gonna wait for the water to get really hot and then we're gonna put in our pierogis. Now we brought our water to a boil and we're going to put our pierogis in. Oh, just be careful, the water is super hot. I usually cook them for about 5 minutes, or one trick that's also really good that my mom taught me was to wait for them to rise to the top and then you'll pretty much know they're ready. Anyway, so we put the lid back on and I will check back in with you guys in a few minutes. Our pierogis are done and I'm going to scoop them up with this so I don't break them. And if you had some breaks, that's fine, that's normal. They do tend to break sometimes. And we are going to serve them. Some of them are broken, but you know, that happens. I've had batches that I bought that like all of them broke. All the filling was in my pot. I was like, well, that's nice. We will let these sit in there because they're broken. We will just toss those. Now we're going to serve them up. Pierogis are ready. And I serve them with butter, some sugar, and cinnamon. And also something that's really good if you serve them with a little bit of sour cream. I need to try these because, as I said, I haven't had pierogis for God knows how long. So let's see how good they are. Oh my God. I have to say so myself. These are some damn good pierogis. Guys, thank you for watching. And I sincerely hope that you will be making your own pierogis. I'm just gonna take this and continue watching my movie and eat all of these. Do not tell my coach because he'll kill me on Monica, but just our secret. Like, share, and subscribe.